Did you?
Let me turn it up.
Real recognize real. Real recognize real. Real recognize real. Listen. Real recognize real. Listen. Tune in and turn up your radio. Your song. Turn up your speakers and let them ball me on right there. You already heard about it. Break jealous feelings, y'all. So you let's cut some time. Pick up your phone and call. Story talking about facts and metaphysical. So deep, you gon' need a rap to make sure you stay in show. Baby, don't you change that stage. You be your audience, it's the greatest in the league. It don't matter what you're doing, just say. And you can get back to it later. Later. You can get some of this flavor. Cause real recognize real. Real recognize real. Real recognize real. Real recognize real. Hey, yo, Charles. Hey, listen, I told them one night, man. I appreciate that, man. That was real.
Oh, real recognize real. Yes. Welcome.
Real.
Real Recognize Real Talk radio show. I'm your host, Franchella.
And I'm Lynette, the co-host.
Yes, good day. So there's a lot of things going on in the world, but we're gonna bring up our lovely, beautiful intern, Liz. Let's bring her into the mix before we get into some hot topics. Hey, Liz.
Hi, Liz.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Of course. Huh?
I said, I'm good. I was rushing home from work. I was like, Septa, not today.
She holds it down for us, y'all.
Yeah,
So thank you so much for all the work that you do for Real Recognize Real Talk Radio Show. The website looks amazing, so make sure y'all check out the website.
Yes, absolutely.
But yep, we are at the stages, and I'm trying my best to give Real Recognize Real the website that best reflects the voice of the platform.
Thank you.
Awesome.
We appreciate you.
We so appreciate you. Thank you so much. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into some hot topics. Lynette, what you got, girl?
So first, I want to say congratulations to the cast and crew, Eli and Lou Entertainment, and our actress and host of the Real Recognize Real Talk Radio Show, Franchella Simmons. They are selected. Well, the film, the epidemic, right? The epidemic is selected to screen in the Chinese theater in Los Angeles, California. So the movie was a part of the Sound Mind cinematic mixtape. But it was awesome. It was a positive message. So well deserved. Franchella played one of the lead actresses, and it was amazing. Amazing.
The queen. Yes. Thank you so much. And the thing about it is, they're streaming it live for free today as well. As we speak, they're streaming the film. So yeah. So
make sure y'all check it out.
Yes, definitely check it out. I'm sure they're going to do it again. But to be on, the prestigious Hollywood Boulevard at the Chinese Theater, listen, y'all. It is such an honor. I'm so happy for Eli and Lou and the whole cast and crew. They did an amazing job. They really did.
Yes. It was but it was a positive message in the end. It was deep. I also want to say congratulations to Ketanji Brown Jackson, who is the first Black woman to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court. So again, we applaud you and wish you the best of luck in your career. She reminds me of Juanita Kidd Stout, who actually kind of pioneered that and paved the way for African American women to serve on the justice. Sadly, another thing I also want to say is prayer goes out to the families and of the victims and the friends of the victims who were impacted today by the senseless violence that I can't talk, that took place in Brooklyn, New York, on the subway train. So, did you hear about that, Franchella? You hear about that?
I
Yeah,
Yes, I have, and it it just really breaks my heart when these mass shootings. It's like, when are they going to get rid of these guns? Like, when are they going to do something, these laws to get rid of these guns? Because I know they say, oh, guns don't kill people, people kill people, but because they have the guns, it's allowing
exactly,
them to kill people. So
exactly.
prayers do go out to them. You're not safe anywhere anymore,
Not at
and
all.
it's really, really crazy, really crazy.
And I appreciate the president for what he's trying to do in terms of the what do you call them, the black market guns or whatever they call it, something, the ghost guns, the ghost guns. He's trying to do like a law or legislation, but I personally believe that they should be illegal, period. Like they should
Yes.
not be allowed to sell them, period. Not just have a law that they have to get a criminal background and they have to do all of this. They're illegal, period. Get them off the streets.
Yeah.
But
Get
anyway,
them
I
off the
digress.
streets,
So
period.
prayers are
You
with
know.
the family and friends of the victims from in New York, Brooklyn, New York. I think they said that 16 people were injured, but 10 people were actually shot, and I think 5 of the 10 are in critical condition. They did retrieve a U-Haul truck and a gun, so I'm hoping that they do find the person who is
Yeah.
responsible for this, and may justice be served.
And that was scary. I mean, I basically tear gas and like threw it into the car and then just started shooting. People are just trying to go to work, make a living. Um,
Exactly.
I mean, it's really some sick people out here in this world, and we have to stay prayed up because I'm telling you, with everything going on and COVID stuff, listen, we living in the last days, y'all. It's too much going on. It really is. So just be prayed up, continue to love on your family and your friends, and live life, as I always say, live life as every day as if it's your last, because you
Mm-hmm.
you don't know.
You never
You don't know.
know. Yeah, absolutely.
I want to
Absolutely.
give a shout out to, of course, my ride and die. Happy birthday to T Love. His birthday is on Saturday. Gotta shout him out. My
Happy
hubby.
birthday.
Yes,
Happy
he's
birthday.
always helping us out. He's always on the back end, letting us know if things sound good and on a real recognized real talk radio show. And he does other things, of course, helping me out. But for the show, he's always taking screenshots, doing his thing. So happy birthday to you, T Love.
Birthday. Woo.
Happy birthday, big brother.
Yes,
We have
yes, absolutely. And have um, we also going to be giving away out 2 tickets for Sunday's comedy show at the Met. It's Okay to Laugh is presenting a comedy show at the Met on Sunday, April the 17th. Doors open up at 5 o'clock. Now, if you want to purchase tickets, you can purchase tickets on um, their Eventbrite, and let's see, yes, on Eventbrite. They have it's Guy Tori, Perry Rodney, Buck
Mm,
Wild, T. Carter, Pretty
mm,
Ricky, and of course the headliner is Tommy Davidson. So it's going to be
be a good
an
show.
awesome, amazing show. It's called "Please Put the Guns Down" Comedy Jam, and so that's
mm.
listen. We just talked about what happened in New York, right? So this is
Exactly.
what needed, you know, put those guns down. So they are doing, something to go towards helping to put those guns down, but helping people laugh through it as well through this comedy show.
You
So you
have.
can purchase If you call, you could. Oh wait, no, it's on Eventbrite. You can purchase tickets through Eventbrite. And so we are also going to be giving away 2 tickets on our show. So we'll decide who will be the lucky winner by the end of this show. Right, Lynette?
Yes, yes, yes. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, y'all. Good luck. I want to go to the comedy show at the Met. So what else we have going on? Of course, we
The
got to talk
mandate,
about
or Will
the
Smith and Chris Rock. Are we? Yeah, it's still trending. It's still trending.
Oh yeah.
it's still trending. I know everybody's tired of hearing it. It is what it is. But I voiced my opinion a lot for those who follow me. Love Will to death, from the neighborhood, from Philly, done some wonderful things. I wish him well, but you can't put your hands on people. Period.
I agree. I agree.
You
Yeah.
know, you
It's not
can't,
a way to.
you can't walk around because you know what? I'll be smacking a lot of people. Back. Like if it was leak and you can walk away, like yo,
Right.
you could
That was
Right.
bold. That was a very bold move. Wrong and bold.
Mm-hmm.
yes, you
Very
know,
bold.
and I know
handled
that
it pretty well.
he handled it excellently, you know,
Yeah,
professionally.
I agree.
But he was even shocked, like what just happened. So
Right.
kudos off to him. But there is a thin line, y'all, between love and hate, right? And
Right.
at any time we can just snap. And I think that's what Will did. He went from laughing to then charging the stage and smacking
Right.
another man. It's like
Right.
what happened in that moment that made you just snap, you know?
He looked at his wife's face and knew that if she figured out he was laughing, he was gonna have
Yep.
some problems when he got home. So he said, "I better handle this right now here," and
Exactly.
that's what happened. And I think it seemed like a build up. So I don't know whether maybe Chris was taunting her the whole time behind the scenes or something. I don't know because it seemed like it wasn't just that raw emotion right there in the moment. It seemed like it was a
Yep.
build up because after he did it, he still was on 100 cursing.
Yeah.
I was
Right.
like, oh,
See, it
okay,
was
this is what we doing
still
at the Oscars.
so true.
Would you
So true.
say
I Lynette, I echo what you say. I think that he genuinely found the joke funny, to a degree, and then once he saw Jada's reaction, he was like, oh wait, and then
Mhm.
corrected, I guess. And for him, that was the way he resolved the issue. But I agree. I think there's a lot of history, their relationship that we aren't privy to,
Right.
that also got him as angry as he did as well. Still not a way to solve an issue.
Correct. Correct. And he lucky it wasn't a North Philly dude because they would have been fighting on TV.
Right.
you know, everybody has a reaction to stuff. You know what I'm saying? It could be a
Hmm.
little kid coming. My reaction, you know, is just to hit back, right? Because you're
Right.
like, what's going on?
Exactly.
You know, or
Especially
throw
if you
something.
hit that hard.
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
right.
Smack was so hard. I saw the video and I could hear like how hard that smack was.
Mhm.
And Chris Rock handled it with grace the rest of his hosting
He really
experience for
did.
sure.
He really did.
And now they're
Right.
talking about like, the 10 years that he will be suspended from the academy and everything, and all the other consequences that can possibly happen, like him giving his reward back. They're discussing that too, so it should be, I guess, interesting. But yeah, I don't think that that's a way at all to solve an issue. Will, although I love him, he's from Philly, West Philly, and he represent and hold Philly down to an extent as well. So
Right.
that's what a
He's
lot
a
of people.
good actor. I can't take that away from him. He's an excellent actor, but what he did was all the way wrong. And
Hmm.
I'm
Right.
surprised that they let him sit there and
Yes.
just continue the show as if nothing happened. Because let
Hmm.
it have been any of us, security would have been escorting us out immediately. So,
Yeah.
Well, they
Sheila, we can
they
talk about
said
this.
that yeah, we can we're gonna wrap this up, but they said that the security had to be there to witness it. The security was backstage. They didn't witness it, so they couldn't do anything about it. Plus, they asked Chris Rock if they wanted him to be escorted out, and Chris said no, which is another honorable thing of him.
Yeah.
So Will got a chance to still receive his, his Oscar. He should have apologized to him as well when he went up there, like he did everybody else. That didn't happen. But like you said, it was he said something about him in 2016. But you know what? It's comedy. Like, now comedians, like, you come up on this stage, only Oscar you want to get is these hands. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it should resort to that because they're doing a job of telling jokes. You gotta have thick skin. If you don't have thick skin, don't like. Hey, I just said it about the comedy show. Guns down, comedy show. We giving tickets out to. You ain't got thick skin. If you in the front seat, listen, you don't need to go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have thick skin because that's what they do. They say things and you have to be able to take it. Simple as that. And G.I. Jane, which is one of my friends, she had a valid point. She was like, G.I. Jane was a strong woman who was going into the military among all these men who was holding her own. So she took it, who also has alopecia, she took it as a compliment. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was a movie. I really thought it was a movie that I thought maybe she was in the first movie. I didn't know, you know what I mean? Like, I thought, oh, okay, it must have been a first movie called G.I. Jane. I had no idea.
Right. Exactly.
Demi Moore was in the film
Right,
G.I. Jane.
that's what I thought. Right.
Yeah. I thought that she was.
She had her head shaved, right?
Yes, yeah.
For the first, I remember that, and it was a good movie. So I don't.
Right, and so with everybody has it differently. Looks like Jada has a very crew cut short. You can still see hair. Most of the time when people have alopecia, it's spots in their hair, like smooth spots, and you see that in her head. So I know it's all kind of stages, but you don't actually see that, and people are they're coming. They're just saying she's a narcissist. She's been bullying Will for years, and their marriage, and she's saying she never wanted to be married, and they just opened up a lot from this red table talk. They just opened up a lot of their life, this book, to subject to all this stuff that's going on, or people saying stuff,
and they're not necessarily be comfortable with all of this, like, on display, since he's been so quiet and he's only kept his career at the forefront and what he's done for his city and beyond. Like, that's all he cares about, to be public. That's what I'm seeing. And that this Red Talk table opened up a whole platform for people to dig in their business even further. So it's interesting. Media is like playing. I've seen like some articles try to take it a little too far, echoing what Lynette said. It's just like, you can't take what he's done, his work, his acting. You can't take that away from him. And I see some media outlets doing that. Oh, well, is this in question? And it's just like, no, you can't take that away. He's been, top tier in his profession and in his career, even inspiring and influenced so many others. I mean, the Fresh Prince show is the reason. I know he has has put a lot of effort into making that show come into fruition. I remember seeing the trailer for that show on YouTube randomly one day before it was made public that Will Smith knew anything about it, and seeing how powerful that show was, and then see it come into fruition. Yeah, you can't take that from him, although this is not the right way to do things.
Very well said, Liz. Thank you so much for joining us, because we have the cast and crew of this amazing production waiting for us. So thank you for joining us for the Hood News. We appreciate it, and I'll definitely be talking to you, right?
Yes. And I'm posting this video on the Real Recognize Real, shameless plug, YouTube channel. So go subscribe, like, share, comment.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Liz also does a blog, so make sure y'all follow her blog as well. Do you want to plug that real quick?
Oh, yeah, Eliza249.blog. It's a WordPress blog. You can just Google Delilah Elizabeth Burns, either of those names, it'll come up. I appreciate the support.
Oh,
Thank
of
you.
course. Thank
All right,
you. All right. Bye
Have a
bye.
good night.
bye.
She's adorable. All right,
She is
so we're getting ready to bring up the cast and the crew.
caught up in the system. Caught
Caught
up,
up in the system. Let's,
caught up
let's
in the
get
system. Hey, Melita.
Hi, Lynette.
it.
How are you guys?
So it's a lot of them, y'all. So we get ready to look like little dots in a minute.
It's okay.
Hi,
It's okay.
everybody.
Hi.
So,
Hi.
so
Here we are.
what you see on the Real Recognize Real Talk radio show tonight is the writer, the director, the co-directors, the producer, and the actors and actresses of the upcoming stage play Caught Up in the System. Caught Up in the
Yeah.
System. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone to the
Thank
Real Recognize Real Talk radio show. Thank you for
Yes.
joining us tonight.
Thank you for having us.
So first we're going to talk to Kylen. Is Kylen on?
Yep.
Yes,
Colin's
I'm
on.
here.
Okay, good. So Kylen, is that how you pronounce your name? Am I saying
Yes, it is.
correctly? Okay, good. So Kylen is a mother, a grandmother, a writer, a producer of the stage play Caught Up in the System. She co-wrote two plays, The Heart Wants What It Wants, and The Road Home. Kylen is also a director and an actress who began acting in 2004. She refers to herself as a prayer warrior and says that God is her life. I understand that wholeheartedly. Is the love of her life. I'm sorry. Kylen is also the CEO of Heaven Sent Drama Ministry with the mission of delivering God's message to people through theater, reaching out to people with love and compassion. So we want to talk to all of you. We want to talk to all of you. But we just want to ask Kylen, what was the motive behind writing this Caught Up in the System?
Well, the motive of writing Caught Up in the System is I see so much that happens in uh children and people in the system. There's good and there's bad. You I see the effects that had happened to the children and to the parents, to the foster parents. Um, Again, there's good and there's bad, and I believe that God wants to bring light, to open the eyes of the biological parents, to open the eyes of the foster parents, to open the eyes of to the system, to what is happening to the children in the system.
Wow. It's very deep and definitely needed because you don't often see that side. The foster parents' perspective, the kids' perspective. You don't often get to see that. So I commend you for taking on this feat. So we also have surrounding you co-director Melitta McKethan. Hi, Melitta. So Melita is a singer. She's an actress. She's co-directing this stage play, Caught Up in the System. She's also directed three children's plays, and she began acting at age 11. She's actually won Best Supporting Actress in a web series. Was it, Melita?
No, it was a play at the CLA in Los
And
Angeles.
a
Color Girls.
okay, and she. Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that was it.
And she earned a BA in theater arts and English from Arcadia University. So welcome, welcome, Melita. So tell us a little bit about your role in this
play.
Thank
Yes.
you. Once for let me say this first. Thank you all. Thank you, Franchella. Thank you, Lynette, for having us. It's such a blessing. Miss Colleen Johnson blessed me and asked me to be a co-director and Caught Up in the System, and I'm also in it. So I play Christine Wilkinson. Um, I'm a hospital worker, and I see children in her character. Basically, I see children in and out of hospitals, being abused, just not fair. So it really is powerful. It's moving. It's uplifting. It's just awareness about how children is just being unfair um, in the system.
Wow.
So that's what I do. Um, Not only like am I a co-director, but I'm co-directing with Tammy Cooper,
Yes.
which
Yes.
I'm so excited about. So we're working on this together, and it's just a journey, and it's a blessing, and it's coming forth, and I'm excited.
Well, thank you, thank
Awesome.
you.
Yes.
You're a
Thank you.
phenomenal actress, so I know that you're doing an awesome job, and it sounds like a very emotional character that you have to play because of the traumatic experiences that you have to see firsthand as a healthcare worker. You know, something that they go now. You kind of get a empathetic feeling about what people actually go through or who are in those actual roles. So. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. You
Yes,
It's definitely a lot, and it definitely sounds like something that's much needed. Our children. We have to find a way to save our children, and they do get so caught up in so many things of the world. I mean, there's several issues, and I always talked about having a life
coach.
a class is called life, because between suicide and bullying and you know um, they seeing a gun and don't know what to do with it, handling it the wrong way. I mean, just recently on the news, a child shot another child, the gun. And so it's just so many things that can happen to get these children caught up in the system. And
Right,
so
right.
I commend you all for bringing this to the forefront. Definitely.
Yes. So
yes.
we
Have Go ahead, Lynette.
so we're gonna go with we're gonna go to well, you have it up as Tammy, but is it Tamika also or is it Tammy Cooper?
It's Tamika, Tammy, Tamika.
Okay. So you are a co-director on this project also, but you're also a writer, director, and an actress, as well as a producer. And you are an executive producer of and a co-host of a web-based talk show titled Let's Talk About It. So you have extensive acting experience in stage and film. Well, all of you do, and you also are an author who written books as well under Imagine, is it Immunique?
Imagine I'm unique.
I'm unique. Okay, I was close. Imagine. I was like, that's a unique way
But
of
it's
doing the
like a
word.
play on words.
Right.
Like imagine I am unique.
I am unique. That's awesome. So tell
Yeah.
us a little bit about your involvement in the stage play Caught Up in the System.
Okay, I co-direct with Melita, of course, and she's a great, great asset to the organization. We have the best cast ever. Um, we couldn't get everyone on here, but we have the best cast, and I needed to point that out. I play Miss um, who I play? I play the DHS worker, Miss Washington, and
Okay.
through this play, we try to put a spotlight on Philadelphia police officers as well as DHS workers, because just like with everything, you have some bad and you have some good, you
Right.
know, and we're trying to put out there that there are some good people working in these two occupations. You just have to reach, you have to find them. Some are good and some aren't. And that's with everything in life. Now,
Absolutely.
unfortunately, Miss Washington, has a hard job. I currently work at DHS, so I see the job. It's a hard job. And especially when you have to remove children from one spot from their biological parents and maybe put them somewhere else and then move them again. That's trying when you care about the children.
Right,
Right.
right.
Um,
And if
Absolutely.
you feel that, you can imagine what the children feel. So
absolutely,
mm,
absolutely. It's
Yeah.
something. But I was blessed to be co-director here, and we are moving forward. And we have some young people that are dynamite. They are out of sight. You hear? These are some great young people portraying these children, and I just can't wait till you guys get to meet them.
Yes, you have to keep your camera
we,
on, Miss Waters.
so we do have one of them here. Let's see. I believe that this is Robert L. Dobbs the
Yep.
third, Robert L. Dobbs the third, who began acting in 2018. So he is fairly new, but he's gained extensive acting experience in theater and short film. And he's also one of the actors in the stage play Caught Up in the System. So tell us a little bit about your character and your involvement in this stage play. Welcome.
Um,
I hear some background noise. If
It's
everybody else can put
probably
their
the last person that came in is probably. Do you have the
put
ability
your
to mute
on
her
mute.
mic or mute your
Yeah.
mic if you're not speaking, please?
oh, apologies. It might be my area. You see, there's a little bit of stuff going on actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
But yeah. See, my character is Ahmed, and he's actually one of the kids who are within the system, and he has brothers with him as well. With what we play, we're basically within a home that doesn't treat us right, and the DHS worker comes along and figures this out. Yes. That's
So
about it, really. Yeah.
in your role, do you feel like it's it's an emotional one or something that is impactful, I'm sure.
Um, I would most definitely say that yes, because it's to just the way that I play the character. I feel like I have to dig into moments in my life where I feel like it can also relate to what happens. Cause where I am, I can most definitely say that a lot of stuff has happened before, and the emotions that have to go into it are a lot. But you most definitely, I can say this: when you actually go to see the play, it will hit you in the feels. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
And
sure.
do you have, as being a young person, I mean, do you have any friends or anybody in your life in your school that may be going through similar situations?
I most definitely do actually. One of my friends are actually like struggling within their family because their parents have actually been split up for a while now. Yeah.
Oh,
So they
wow.
they do like to come to me about how they may be feeling in a moment, and of course, being the person I am, I will help them out and get through it.
Is there
Thank you.
support services at school? Are there support services at school, or they'd rather talk to somebody they know?
There are support services, but I feel like with where he is, he's more comfortable with talking to people that are closer to him.
That makes sense. That makes sense. It makes sense.
And
Yeah.
well,
So
and
we're
thank you for being that person, though. Thank you for stepping up and being the light, of shining light in their life. As God would want you to be. So I just wanted to you and say thank you for doing that.
I thank you. Honestly, I really just do it because it's the way I was raised. It's how I was taught. If you're going to be kind to others, then you have to put in the work to show that. Treat others the way
Yeah.
you want to be treated. It's how we've
Perfect.
all, I'm sure, been raised, and it's how we should go on to live our lives.
Yes.
exactly,
Yes. I love
exactly.
it,
Amen.
Robert. Yes. It's,
Amen. You do have an amazing cast.
you sure
Amen.
do. I can
Amen.
listen to him all day. He's
I
wonderful. I
Exactly.
told you.
So we're gonna
I
go
love
to Ajane. So I want to make sure everybody has a turn to talk a little bit about that character. So Ajane, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes.
Ajane Waters is from Salisbury, Maryland. She is a ballet dancer. She originally started as a ballet dancer. She's an actress now in the stage play Caught Up in the System. She now resides in Philly and has acting experience in stage plays and has honed in on her acting skills. So much so that she also served as a mentor for young actresses, and she's always striving to learn more about the area of the arts. So, welcome, Ajane Waters, to the
Yes,
Real Recognize Real Talk Radio Show. And tell us a little bit about your character and involvement in Caught Up in the System.
My character's name is Marquita, and she's a child in the
Can
system.
you talk up a little bit because you kind of muffled?
Yeah. My character name is Marquita, and she's a child in the system, and she doesn't really enjoy. She's in her foster home, and her foster home is kind of hard for her. She faces a lot of challenges, such as she barely gets to eat sometimes because her foster parents don't let her eat. So she's just a child who's kind of struggling in the foster system to find a good home for someone who cares for her well enough.
Okay, wow. So that has to be, you have to, just like Robert, what do you do to tap into that character? Because, I'm sure you don't have those issues at home, which is a blessing. A lot of kids need to understand and realize how blessed they are. They don't know half of the things that are going on out in this world, and if they even knew that, I think that, some of the little spoiledness on some of these kids would be, they would change their outlook, on things. So what did you do to tap into that character?
Well, my mom has worked for DHS for at least 5 years, so I get to see a lot of her cases and a lot how all the kids struggle. I also have a couple of friends who are in the foster care system, so I can kind of pull from those experiences to see what it's like to actually be in foster care.
Uh,
So one of my
awesome.
girlfriends, she works for DHS as well, and she talks a lot about the things that she goes through emotionally, because sometimes it's hard to disconnect when you have a good heart. So I am I was thinking strongly about fostering a child, and a lot of people come to me and tell me that sometimes it's quite challenging because of the traumatic experiences that comes with the fact that they're actually in foster care. Now, there's always a good side and there's always a bad side. So not every child um, in foster care it has a bad behavior like some people would have you to believe. I think there is a lot of kids out there that are looking to be loved and the right way, and there's a lot of people out here like myself who have a lot of love to give to those children. But
Absolutely.
for so anybody can answer this, and then we'll go back to Kylen. I think she came back in.
Well,
Um,
Brianna just came on.
Brianna. Okay. Hi, Brianna.
Hi.
So I'll keep going before I get into my questions because y'all know I'm long winded. So So Brianna Vaughn is an accomplished singer, actress, dancer, born and raised in Philadelphia. Woo-hoo. She is also an actress in the stage play Caught Up in the System. She studied piano and voice at the Settlement Performing Arts Program and was offered a position on the junior choir, and later earned a spot on the prestigious Settlement Senior Choir at singing as soprano. Rihanna has acting experience on stage and short films and has performed a poem at the PHL Festival, which helped to expand her acting career. So, welcome, Brianna, to the Real Recognize Real Talk Radio Show. So, tell us a little
Yes.
bit about your character in the stage play Caught Up in the System.
Hi, well, I play the character Monique. She is a foster child, and she has a foster mom and a foster dad. Um, she's very bubbly, very excited, very lively. and that's kind of who I am, which makes me portray the character more better. Um, but as the story goes on, she realizes that, this new foster parent, the father, is um, very untrustworthy, and she doesn't like him at all. It gets more worse, but um, she realizes that her mom is very close to her. That's the only person that's close. Um, she doesn't want to tell her the things that.
Don't give too much away. Don't give too. They gotta come see
Oh
it.
yeah, that's right. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
Yeah,
But
I see her. She's
all in
trying to
all,
be holding back. I see you holding
all,
back.
all in all, she's just a very just a lively person, that and bubbly. So that's what all I'm gonna say, because I'm just gonna get it. I'm sorry.
So do you sing in this play since you're a singer? Or do you sing in the play?
Unfortunately, no. But um,
No. Okay. Okay. That was
So
just a
Melitta's a
question.
singer as
You
well.
on the spot. I might put you on the spot. You might have to sing a little something for us, since you ain't doing it in a play. You can do it for the real recognized real talk radio show.
I get nervous.
She said she was her. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about how. So all of you, how did you prepare for the role that you're in to get right into character? To get into character.
Okay,
Any of you?
okay, I can start. How I get ready, because no, I'm not a DHS worker, but I work with kids. I work with kids on the spectrum. So I already have a passion for children, and so I'm always on the job. So as Christine Wilkinson, I just prepare myself as if I'm on the job. You know, talking to Miss Washington, who's Tammy Cooper, about the kids. So I just go in and not just think of myself, but think about these children. Now, I do sing in the play Caught Up in the System at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm excited
Give us
about
a- you gonna have to listen, I'm sorry, but if you watch the show, I put people on the spot. So you're gonna have to give us you don't have to sing the song you sing in the play, but you gotta give us a little something.
Victory is mine. Victory is
We
mine.
gotta give you the church clap now.
Victory today is mine. Not so Satan, get thee behind. Victory today is mine.
Okay, Melissa.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. So thank you so much. But that's how I get myself in character. So I'm ready to go. And I love Christine Wilkinson. She's a fighter, and she fights for her name is Mrs. Smith, one of the characters, and that's her friend, and she fights for her. She backs her up. So it's not only Miss Christine Wilkinson is on the job, but it's a personal with her friend and helping her. So I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't want to go too
Yeah.
detailed.
That's
Right.
right.
I want to
I gotta
spill
come.
all the beans.
Gotta come see it.
So, but that's it. So thank you.
So anybody else wants to share, like how did you prepare for this role, like for this character, the character that you're playing?
Miss Washington, I prepare by doing a scene study of the actual person I'm becoming. And once I finish the scene study, I just become that person. And I have the opportunity to work with one of the moms that's not so great. And she's feisty and she's spunky, and I am feisty and spunky. So I like the feedback between her and I, because it's kind of like that. I don't want to. It's kind of like that Philly girl that just gonna let you have it, and I do well there. I do well there. I'm feisty.
I know that's right. Anybody else?
Um, I guess if I had to say a way I would prepare for the character is again I would probably like at least try and imagine this situation, or I would think about the character, because a lot of the way they act is somewhat close to what I how I react to some things, and like with the character, they speak on what they feel is unjust, what they think should be corrected, and they have like these values in their life where they feel someone should be there. So again, that's kind of close to who I am. So I try and put myself somewhat in those shoes, and I go for it.
Awesome. Awesome.
So
Anybody else
yeah.
want to share? Biana?
If
So
not,
tell
tell
me, go
go
ahead.
ahead, Lynette.
So
No,
Kylan,
go ahead.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you have a question for Kylan.
Oh, so tell people what is the message? What is the overall message that you want people to get from the film, to take away from the film? And how can people support this project? How can they come see it, and where and when, and get tickets and so on and so forth?
The information that I'm that we're trying to get out is to, again, see what our children are going through. I believe if we can get a hold of our children now, a lot will change
Mm-hmm.
in their behavior. I believe a lot of crime rates will go down.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I believe if we can get the adults to show more love and affection towards our children, if we can stop mom and dad from doing the things that lead our children into the system and let them be one unit and not separated, I think it'll make a great big change. I
Right.
believe that if we can stop that foster parent from doing what he or she may be doing, to think before they react. That's
Right.
it.
Right.
Absolutely. That's
Because
the
it will
big
make
thing.
a change for what you do now, will make a change for later.
Right.
Exactly.
So if
And
they can
that's the
get up and walk, once they see the play, if they can get up and walk away and it replays in their mind and want to make a change, it's going to make a change.
Right.
And
I
that's
think the
what
worst.
uh,
Yeah, I'm
we're Heaven Sent is designed to do, is to bring awareness, to make a change, to make the world a better place.
Amen.
absolutely.
Yes.
Amen.
To that.
I I think the worst thing you can do, or what a person can do to someone who has already been traumatized and victimized, is to re-traumatize them. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
but it
And that
so I
that's
like.
happened. That's what's happening in the system when they're caught up in the system. They go from family to family, and the things that I hear with these children have to go through. I mean, my heart aches, for them, and it has to be a better way, because there are so many loving people out there that are doing good. Yes, you for one, Lynette. That are um, good to take these children in. They look at them. The sad part is they're looking at them as a paycheck, and that's the issue with a lot of
That's
this.
it. Yep.
They want to just they can care less what they're doing. They can care less, what they have on. Showing them, what life is about, introducing them to God. They're not doing any of that. They collecting their paycheck, and that's it,
Exactly.
you know. And they're talking to them
Exactly.
any kind of way, they're treating them any kind of way, and it's very sad. It's very very
It is.
sad, and this play is definitely needed. Where can they purchase tickets? When is it, and where is it, and how can they purchase tickets to come see it?
I can say that tickets will be available by the end of this month, like the last week of this month.
Mm-hmm.
So we can be in touch with you. And I would like to also add that we will be giving you 2 tickets to give away
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
to Caught Up in the System.
Thank you.
Because
Awesome.
the
You
thing
get,
is, we trying to make a change.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
We need it.
We're
It's
trying to make a change.
it's a
So
much
when you
needed
get all
change.
the information, we will definitely post it on our Facebook page and on our website about the place so people can come and purchase tickets, because we're definitely behind this, and this is something that is well needed in our lives and so many lives. So thank you for
Exactly.
even doing this. And before we
Thank
Thank you
go,
you. And
for having the vision.
I'm
yes.
sorry I didn't hear you.
I said thank you for having the vision. You know, this vision.
Yes. Well, I thank
Oh,
God for giving me that vision. And I
mm-hmm.
thank God again for bringing the cast, the my fantastic co-directors, and I thank God for real recognize real and
Right.
allowing us to be, well, to us, Heaven Sent is our first interview.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
And
I'm
I
sure.
thank you. We thank you.
oh,
You're
you're
welcome.
welcome.
Well,
Thank
I'm sure it's
you.
going to be more to come. Before we let
Yes.
all of you go, please let people know what are you currently working on? How can people follow you? Oh well, maybe how can people follow you? I didn't realize it's 7:51. How can people follow you?
Uh, so I did want to kind of just throw out there that we are taking monetary donations at Heaven Sent
Oh,
Arts on Cash
Okay.
Apps.
So
Heaven
it's
sent
that's
art. So that's
Heaven
Heaven
Sent
Sent.
Arts.
Okay. Their Cash App, they are taking donations on their Cash App, is Heaven Sent Arts.
Yes.
Okay. We'll also put that on our Facebook page.
Thank
okay as
you.
well.
You're welcome.
Well,
So before we go, as we're winding down our show, thank you guys so much for coming on and blessing us
thank you.
with your gifts and bringing this to fruition. We just love what you guys are doing. Everyone is awesome, especially our youth here who are in this play, and just to hear them talk and knowing their backgrounds and trying to portray these people, these children who are going through some of these situations. I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. So before we get out of here, if you just want to tell them where they can find you on social media, we start with you, Robert. And as you say it, I'm going to delete you from the live stream. So Robert, where can they find you?
Um, Currently, I am actually not entirely on social media, but you can find me through my mother's page. So you can find her on Facebook through Amanda Dobbs, or she also does have her business page, Virtuous Foods and Events.
I
Okay,
know that's right,
awesome.
Mom.
Yes, right. That's right, Mom. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
Brianna.
So let's.
You can find me here on Facebook. My name Brianna Vaughn, and yeah.
Thank you, Brianna.
Thank you,
Yep.
Brianna. Have a great night.
Jayla?
Who wants to go next? Tammy.
Okay, you can find me on Facebook under Tammy Cooper and on Instagram under Imagine I'm Unique. Thanks for having me, ladies. I
You're
enjoyed your
welcome.
show.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Have
so
a
much.
blessed one.
Bye.
Look, I'm trying to read the name.
Is Jayla? Is it Jayla?
Oh, Ajane.
Ajane. Ajane.
Yes. You can find me on Instagram at Ajane Waters.
Ajane Waters. Thank you, Ajane. Bye bye.
Thank you. Have a blessed one. Malika.
Hi.
Malika.
You can find me on Facebook, Melitta McKethan, or Instagram is McKethan Melita. So you can find me.
Woo, you sound like a Greek girl. I love it.
Thank
I
you,
love it.
Malika.
Guys.
God bless you. And last but
And
certainly not least, Kylan.
And you can find me on Facebook as Kylan Johnson. That's Kilynn Johnson. And on Instagram is Johnson Kylan. But I also forgot my great cast. I love y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much. And thank you once again. Real, recognize real. I love
yes,
you.
Yes, we
thank you.
love
We
you
love you
back.
back. Thank you
God
so
bless
Good
you.
much.
night.
Yes.
Again for this
God
God
bless
great.
bless
you.
you all.
Have a
You
good
too.
night.
You you
All right.
too.
Bye-bye.
They
Thank y'all.
awesome.
Yes, thank
Listen,
y'all for
I
tuning
couldn't
in to
wait
the
to
Real
do
Recognize
that.
Real Talk Radio Show. Go ahead.
Yes. Let me tell you, can you see 6 Facebook missed messages? Guess who that from? While I'm on my show. It just kept I hang up, they kept calling me back. Hang up, kept Navy Marie. My grandbaby. She has an iPad. She got my number in it and she FaceTimes me all the time. And she just kept doing it back to back to back to back. She probably saying, Chi, you not answering me?
You need to
I
be watching the show. Hello.
I know exactly. That's why I said I tell her mom once every second Tuesday, put our show on the Facebook page and she can watch Chi Chi in there. But it's so cute. I mean, it's like 6 missed Facebook, so I'm going to have to call her as soon as I get off of here.
All right. Well, until
But
next time, y'all. Stay safe.
yes, thank you everybody for wait. We got to give away those 2
Oh
tickets.
yes, 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 yes,
We
yes.
got to give away the 2 tickets. And so let me see in our comment section who
Do we have
commented
a super fan?
the
Don't
most.
we have super fans who are
We
dedicated to this?
definitely have super fans, but I'm sitting here and I want to count who made who made the most comments. How about that?
Okay, that's
Throughout the
fair.
show. Throughout the show. Um and who are these 2 fantastic comedy show? It's okay to laugh. Going to go to. Okay, we got Guy Torrey, Rodney Perry, Buck Wild, Steve Carter, Tommy Davidson, Pretty Ricky, and doors open up at 5 o'clock at the Met on Sunday, April the 17th, and it looks like we have a winner. The winner is Darlene Smith.
Oh! Woo!
Darlene,
Congratulations, our
you're
super
going to
fan.
the comedy show. Congratulations. Yes, she is a super fan. She's always tuned in, and I see she's just constantly giving accolades throughout the show on our comments section. So keep y'all tune in because we're going to be giving away so much more every time the show comes around. So you guys definitely want to tune in and spread the word, spread the love. We do appreciate you guys tuning in each and every time. Shouting out, yes, Queen Amy, what's up, sis? Thank you for always supporting. And And of course, my South Jersey captain, Vernell. Thank you so much. Lorraine, Amanda. I'm just looking at some of these people. Young Taz, thank you all for tuning in. Of
Thank
course,
you,
Yolanda. Yes.
Hi, Yolanda.
Yes.
Always supporting. Thank you,
Always.
Arlene,
And
Yolanda.
Tony, yes, they're all on here supporting. So
Thank
thank you
you to
guys so
Liz
much.
also. Thank you to Liz,
Yes,
our intern. Thank you. And
our
thank you to the
intern Liz.
cast and crew again of Caught Up in the System. Y'all make sure y'all check out the stage play and follow these actors and actresses. Yeah.
And
And
keep an
follow us
eye on our
as well.
yeah, and keep an eye
Real
on our page.
Recognize.
We'll post it. Girl, would you let me
What?
talk?
I know, I'm sorry. Look, it's like we jump and roll, right? All right, you be
Right?
quiet for a
It's
second.
like
I'm ready to jump.
your turn, right? I know how to jump. But listen, before we even go too, I've been down for a minute. I got something called the frozen shoulder. Like I'm
Oh
like, what is that?
yeah.
I couldn't. I'm better now because I've been on some steroids. Hope I can't get out of the chair, but so I can lift it up higher now. But before
Oh,
it was
that's
like, yeah, it's no joke. And I went said I had a frozen shoulder. I'm like,
did you lay
what is
on
that?
it wrong or where does that
I lay
come
on
from?
my arm. But they say they don't know. It's just then that's why they call it that. They have
So
no
Tony was
explanation.
laying on your arm and you just was letting him lay on there like, hey boo. He like, you comfortable? You like, knowing you like,
No, but my dad. So it's funny because my dad went to Quebec, Canada, and we stay in the ice hotel. He's like, that's why he got frozen arm, because frozen shoulders, because you lay in that bed in that ice hotel. Like whatever, but I am better. Thank God. I am better, and
and
so
happy
looking forward.
birthday again, Tony. Happy birthday.
Yes,
Y'all
happy
enjoy it.
birthday. Happy birthday to Tony, and prayers as the cast and crew travel to LA for this fabulous opportunity meeting
Yeah.
at the Hollywood Boulevard in LA. So shout out to Eli and Lou for their
Yeah.
film Epidemic. I played the Queen, and so I'm excited about that.
Phenomenal.
Um,
Say
yeah,
your line, Franchella. Say your line, Franchella. What you said to the boy, to the little boy. What was the little boy's name?
Listen, they gonna have caught up in the system. While I was talking to him on that show, all right?
Christopher. It was Christopher. It was
It was
Christopher.
Christopher. Yes, Christopher. Our kids always come in interrupting you while you trying to talk. Adults like, listen, that's Christopher. You know, but and so shout
It
out
was
to Eli
good
and
though. Congratulations again.
thank you so much, and pray as we have safe travels there and back. So once again, thank you to all of our fabulous supporters and all of our guests that was on the show as well. Until next time, we love you guys. Stay safe. Mwah. And we out.